10 years I've been on YouTube. Several accounts. I've been Pizza Cat. I've been Pizza Cat. I've been JFizz Productions. I've been Johnny Fizz Videos. I've been John Fizz Vids. And it all boils down to the account that you're looking this video up on now, Johnny Fizz. I've made it a brand on just about every social media that I'm a member of. And it all started with this. Now, prior to 2008, October 2008 was the first video I made. And this video film recorder thing came from Pepsi. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, but they were giving these away if you saved enough points and were lucky enough to win one. It's a pure digital Ultra Series, and at the time, I didn't get to do an unboxing video because I didn't even know what that was. YouTube was like 2.5 years old then. And so now we're going to do that. Ah, I got this from Pepsi. Ooh la la. I still have the box that they sent it to me in, by the way. Not just the camera box, the actual brown box. What will you see today? Shoot anything, or in my case, everything. Share everything, and it's like, share everything. And it came with 2 Duracell batteries. Look at that. Oh, this poor thing. Oh, I haven't touched it in years. Stopped working when the battery thing broke, and I don't even know if there's anything. No. Look at the poor thing. There's still aluminum foil in there trying to make the batteries work. Oh, poor thing. You've been through so much with me. Look at that broken to shit. Chipped, nicked, dropped, tornadoes, floods, mud, rivers, forests, animals, holidays. Oh, it still smells like them. No. Oh, look at this. I put an invisible J sticker in there years and years ago when I got it, so that if anyone ever stole it, I would say, that's mine. And they'd be like, no, it's not. And then I'd open the battery case and be like, see that J? Yes, it is. It's mine. But, you know what's funny about this? The spring... Oh my gosh. Nothing about it works anymore. Barely hooks on. Doesn't shut until you manually close it. The spring broke out years ago. This is nothing but a portable USB now. There's still memory on this. At least I hope it's still on there. Yeah, it's still on there. It doesn't even work with computers nowadays because it's so old. But, look at this. I still have the original carrying case. This original. I even have the original wrist thing that I really never used because I hated it. All the original papers. Look at that. Yeah, I took care of my stuff. I even have the rare... Look at this. I used to keep this on too all the time, but then it'd fall off and I got afraid it would lose it, so... Screen protector with a little black tab. Anyways. Fact of the matter is, it was the best thing to ever happen to me. It's how it all started. And I'm going to keep it forever because I love it. Thanks, Pepsi. Thanks, Flipshare. Now we'll move on to the fact that I use that every single day and always had it in my pocket, and all my jeans have a perfect camera outline and the lens hole poked through the pocket because I never went anywhere with it. You know, it's funny because I used to have it in its bag all the time, and I got so sick of moments passing me by and having to take it out of the bag, take it out of my pocket, take it out of the bag, and then put it back in the bag, and then another moment would come by, and so I just started leaving the bag alone and just resting it on the bag while it was on the shelf. And then I got to thinking, I don't ever want to miss a moment of anything. So I started carrying around every day, and from 2000... I think it's safe to say from the beginning of 2009 to the end of 2016 when it really crapped out for like the last time. That was it. Every day of my life I filmed. And on the 3 or 4 computers I have that have corrupted and just been reset and all that stuff, and all the disks that are corrupt and all the data sticks. I have all that footage, but some of it's lost forever, and this is going to be one hell of a video. It's going to be very long. I know it's going to be several parts, because what I want to do is go over my whole life over the last decade and share memories. If I can, I can remember them. If I can remember them chronologically, what my most popular videos were on each account, if I can remember the names of the accounts, in the years. And then we're going to wrap it up, since it is my 10-year anniversary. I will do exactly what I did 10 years ago, because that stuff doesn't exist anymore. 6 years, first 4 or 5 years is gone. All those accounts are gone, because Google's stupid. It took over, it took everyone's life over, it's just a mess. But I'm gonna do what I did 10 years ago, which was a Halloween video of my top 10 best killers in horror movies or something. And I remember I did like Chucky and Michael Myers and Jeepers Creepers, or whatever that dude was. The killer in that is so original. And so I'm going to do that at the end of this video. That's going to be the final part. So I'm going to check, see how long I've been recording, and carry on from there. Alright, I'm doing good on time. Let's start. I get this in the mail, and I'm like, cool, I finally got something from Pepsi. Fast forward to the first thing I filmed. Well, first of all, I was excited there were batteries in it, because, you know, I've always been poor. I'm not going to go buying batteries. That's another thing I hated about it, but let's not get carried away. We'll work that into it, this video eventually, because it plays a key part. I filmed, it must have been weather related, or my cats, I think. So I filmed literally every day. I was doing stuff, and I think a week and a half or 2 weeks after I was using their batteries, it went dead, and I was like, oh no, I have to go buy new batteries, which became a religion for me. Every week I'd have to spend like $4 or $5 on batteries, and if you times that by 50, then times that by 10, that's 500 weeks times minimum $3 to $5. You're talking almost $10,000, maybe. I don't know. You can do the math. It's thousands I spent on batteries. Thank goodness I found a camera that lasts years with batteries just to recharge. I literally would have died if I did not find a new camera. I still don't have the best, but it's a lot better than it was. So, thank goodness for that. Okay. Alright, enough about batteries. Enough about how I got the camera. Enough about what this is going to be. Year one. Started with it was 2008. I was 19. It was the year after I graduated. I filmed lots of lightning. That year, I don't think I had anything. Oh, Oblivion. I remember Oblivion, and I'm going to pause it. I'm sure you all remember the fantastic game Oblivion. That's right, I still have it. And the map. Sold the original one that I scratched. Kept the map. This was the first gamer video, and I had labeled it. Oh, I was real old school. This is before annotations. Hell, those don't even exist anymore. Hidden towns were black, caves and hidden areas were red, and oblivion gates were blue. To this day, that's how I still play the game. But if you look at the map, I don't even know if anyone has this. Oh! Oh my god, I totally didn't even know that was in the fold. Look at that, people. before subtitles and stuff in YouTube videos, you had to write it on paper, and I said, I hope that helps a bit, with a winky smiley face. Do you see that? That's hilarious. Oh my god. I totally didn't even know that was in here. What a treat. This is YouTube history right here. This is what started it. That video overnight in 2008 got 400 views. Or what was it? The 399 to 385, or you guys remember when videos would cap out at 300 until the engines picked up? That was before it was the beast it is today. YouTube. But that was my most popular video on that account. And then I did so many things. I actually wrote my first video, which was Silent Hill Restless Dreams, because I had the second Silent Hill and I loved it. I just realized that I can see this countdown, but that's not a terrible thing. We'll just take it out like that. You're gonna see Bandicam on the top for like 40 minutes anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm using free Bandicam, by the way, people. That's how I eventually started filming the last 3-4 years of YouTube. Well, 2 or 3. Anyways, yeah, Oblivion. I can't believe it. That was popular. People really were like, holy crap, this is exciting. And I think it's because they had just introduced music to videos. Before music videos. Before Vivo. Before Real Player really existed. And it was such a cool thing. I think the first taste of YouTube that I had was in high school. There was a site called Launch. Yahoo Launch. Where you could look at like the top 100 music songs, and it was just the way that YouTube came along in 2005 or 6, and I think it was 2006 I first looked at a video of a guitar player or something in like home economics class or something. I think Seth was looking at it on the computer or something, and I was like, this guy sucks, I hate guitar people. And it was like a long obnoxious solo, but it was one of the first YouTube videos I saw, and I didn't even know it. Next year was 2007, and I think the Cinnamon Challenge was just being born, and that was a YouTube thing. I did that, but I didn't know what YouTube was, so I just thought that they had made some Cinnamon Challenge up. Of course, I only used a 1/4 teaspoon, because every time they'd look away, I'd switch it to a smaller spoon. But besides that, I think I got like $1 for doing it or something. Fast forward, I get my camera, I join YouTube 2008, blah, blah, blah. That's a little background test on how I got knowledge of YouTube over the years, as it was new and didn't really mean anything. And then 2009 comes along, and I've lost like my account. I think this is when copyrights started showing up for the first time. And I don't know what it was for, but I think it was for music. Like an Emmys performance or something. Or Grammys. Or a movie. I think it was Final Destination. A scene from that movie or something. And then 2010, I had mastered my craft. I did I Love Lucy videos, which had gotten 20, 30,000 views a video, which I would kill for today. And then I did Resident Evil's fan-made videos. I did that before fan-made videos was a thing. I really wasn't someone to explore content, because I was so busy producing content that I didn't even subscribe to anyone until like 2011, really. And I remember that, but we'll wait and talk about that later. I remember filming all of Resident Evils in so many different flipped versions that I was so ahead of the times, because I created so many different techniques that you couldn't do by hand, because no one else did it by hand. People did it with technology on their computers. I didn't have computers to do this stuff. I did it all on pure digital. This camera. When you see something flip, that's because I flipped it. When you see something spinning and rotating, that's because I did that, not because of technology. I did that. I did it the hard way. I climbed to the top of my game the hard way. And it was fun. It filled the time. I was a bored child. I was a born teen. Bored playing video games and stuff. And I filmed. I storm chased, gardened, went walking, biking, all that crap. I filmed everything. I loved it. I'm sure my family thought I was annoying at every holiday, but guess what? I got good videos. Okay, we're at 2010. Let's go to 2011. When I started, I think that's right around when music videos started getting really, really big on YouTube. And that's all I would use it for, is music, really. And then I started to get frustrated and stuck at video games. I think the first one I had trouble was, I was looking for horror games to buy because I had gotten an Xbox. And I was like, what game should I buy? I stumbled upon a fantastic, now literally I consider a member of my family, at least the YouTube family, the Rad Brad, aka Bradley Colburn, Georgia boy. By the way, I want to just share that we both survived a tornado in different states. We have that in common. I sent him an emerald and on a card that said, "You rock." And from that day on, I've been a subscriber to him because he's just fantastic. He's the #1 gamer on YouTube. I don't care what PewDiePie or anyone else says. He is the best. He is the master of walkthrough games. If you don't know who the Rad Brad is, look him up. Change your life. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. He's approaching 9.5 million, 10 million subscribers by the end of the year. Easily. Yeah. First subscribed to him back in 2011. I remember the game was like Alone in the Dark or Alan Wake. Alan Wake 2 or something. Then Dead Rising. Boy, such a good gamer. Okay, I got about a minute before I have to pause this again and restart a new video. So, stumbled upon, I was like, okay, these horror games, these are cool, I'm going to do this. Stumbled upon Slender Man. And the way I found Slender Man was discovering the next YouTuber I subscribed to that I remember in the gaming genre when he was like at, I want to mention, by the way, that Rad Brad had like only 300, I want to say 290 to 300,000 subscribers when I joined his family of subscribers. And every year he got bigger and bigger. I was like, boy, do I know how to pick him. It became a thing. When I subscribed to a YouTuber, they just skyrocketed. It's like I got there just before they exploded into this big thing of amazing. The next YouTuber that I did that to was Yummy Mash, aka Aaron Ashford. Aaron Ash, I think, is his real name. But Yummy Mash, YAMIMASH. Look him up, he's brilliant. Mold. The game Mold. It was a computer game, a PC game, a horror game. Fantastic. I looked up how to get past literally the first part of the game because it was impossible. And he did it in no time at all. Fell in love with his voice. He was fantastic at gaming. He was so easy to watch and so addictive. And the accent was fantastic. I was like, subscribe. I didn't even know what subscribe was, but I was like, I have to add his videos. And eventually I learned what subscribe was. And I've been a fan ever since. We both made pizzas. It was cool. We were both YouTubers. We were awesome people. Fantastic. We've interacted a couple times, but never met in person. But, I mean, we both exist online as YouTubers and Twitter, communicate every now and then. We both like cats. You know, it's just random things that connect people in this world. YouTube's fantastic. It's stupid, but it's fantastic. And then I discovered PewDiePie. Y'all know who Felix Schellberg is. Boy, he was disgusting. I hated him. Hated him from the get-go. He talked about bloody periods and vulgar, nasty stuff. How he ever got as big as he is beyond me. But I joined when he had 500,000 subscribers. I want to say maybe 1 to 3. I was like, okay, he's getting more mature. Maybe he'll be something. The year I subscribed to him, he overtook Smosh as the #1 with like 10 to 11 million. They were at 10, he was at 11. And it was a battle up to 22 million. No, it was 20 million subscribers each. And then he just skyrocketed after that and then plateaued at 60, 66 million. Now he gets less than 1 million subs a year added. Smosh, boy, they shit on themselves when they added a team. They really did. And I've said this before. They crapped out. They had no chance when they added teams. My mic's going crazy. Anyways, it's old. It was free. I got it from Coke.com. Coke and Pepsi. That's what made me in this world. Free stuff. Amazing. Anyways, Smosh. Boy, Anthony, you have no idea how lucky you were to leave. Because it's plateaued. The #1 video has 103 million views. And it's you. You did that. You created Smosh. You were smart to leave it. You're doing fine by yourself. Best decision he could have ever possibly made. That ship was sinking and he saw it a mile away. But this isn't about Smosh and PewDiePie. This is about me. Yeah, I hit subscribe and he changed. Boy, when he did Outlast... No, not Outlast. He did a lot of stuff before that. What was the first thing I watched him play was... Boy, I don't know. It had to be that Amnesia, I guess. And that's when videos were able to be longer than 10 minutes without struggling. And I think that 10 minutes, 30 minutes, you could fall in love with him easily. He had such a stupid personality, but if you dug under that after a couple of videos, you saw that he had something. He had some talent. And it was entertaining as hell. Especially if you wanted a good scare here and there. He didn't scare you. The videos that he did scared you because, you know, it was fun. And that was fun to watch him grow into the person he is today. Let's skip to 2011. Okay, was also the year that I did survive my first tornado. April. This is April 9th. And that footage could not be uploaded due to copyrights because of KTEV, an Oprah network or something. Yes, I'm connected to Oprah. They wouldn't allow me to put the footage on there. The tornado had wiped out our power and internet for like a couple of days. And I couldn't upload the footage myself, but I had shared it with a news company that had flown in or something from, I don't know, something. And my video got 21,000 views before it got copyright striked. And it took years to settle that crap out. They finally made a documentary and proved that it wasn't an old woman with her camera phone, aka my mom, who did not have a camera phone at the time, but they saw my flip share camera and thought, this is just a camera. We'll say it was an old lady, blah, blah, blah. And if you go to their video, it still says, old woman with her camera. Go to their website, old woman with her camera phone. No, it was me, and the footage is still on there. The original footage. Anyways, I did a documentary myself on my channel now. about all that. The original footage sped up so that it wouldn't get copyright, because it's ridiculous that I still get copyrighted for that. Going at a good pace here, just had to check. This will be the third video. Fourth to follow soon, because I've got a long ways to go. 2012 came along, and that's when I started to really get the views. I think Novak Djokovic singing Call Me Maybe with Carly Rae Jepsen on the Ashford Stadium before the US Open got my first 100,000, million, and 2 million views. It got me to 3 million views total, 3.6 million for all accounts up to that point, which I have on a list somewhere in a box, written down date by date, every view that I went up like 100,000 every day overall. I had, I think, 700 max subscribers, which wasn't a lot, but back in the day it was a lot. And it got you the views, and that's all that mattered. And you know, it never got copyrighted because I did it live. I filmed it live, and it was fantastic. It was like that one video helped me get all my other stuff and all my ideas that I was brilliantly writing and producing every day, original content. It got the views I wanted. It got the comments, which I absolutely responded to every single one of them. And it took hours, and I loved it. I absolutely loved that itty-bitty fame and interaction with people watching my videos all over the world in languages I didn't understand. But I still used Google Translate. I had to find out what these people were saying. And a lot of people hated it because it embarrassed Serbians or something. But other people were like bitching at the female tennis player for singing like an idiot or something, and she was like, please, Djokovic is better. It was a very controversial video, but it got me the millions of views I wanted. Anyways, that's enough of my most popular video, because now every time I hear Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe, I think that was the song that made me. That was the song that broke me. It made me a YouTuber star. It made me a nothing. Because I think that when I recorded Adele doing the Grammys and it got 60,000 views overnight, that's how I knew my channel was unstoppable. Boom! Google takes over. Ho! 6 freaking copyrights for that one video at the same time, and you're only allowed 3. So the fact they did 6 on that one video took me and everything I had worked for over the last 2 years. I hadn't gotten copyrights. They took it from me. They took the last 6, like 3, 4, 5 years of my life. They just wiped it away like a stain on a window. And I've been struggling ever since to the channel you see now. But there were some other strikes over the years. Tennis mainly, because I like to stay up all night. I'm a night owl. 2, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, sunrise, sunset. And I would film all the majors of tennis because no one in the world is up at that hour. And they hated watching re-airings because they'd cut the stuff out that I showed. And I think ESPN hated that because they slammed me every damn week. But nowadays you can put that stuff on YouTube and they just mark it as copyright, and it doesn't count as a strike against you if you take it off. They give you warnings. Back in the day, it was 1, 2, 3, you're out. Bitches, yo well, bitches, get your ass over YouTube. But, yeah, nowadays, if you got music, it flags it instantly, and you have a chance. But back in the day, boy, you didn't get nothing. And that's the only thing I like about YouTube nowadays, is you can put whatever you want on there, and they'll tell you instantly if it can be on there or not, pretty much. And you don't have to risk losing your account. Boy, that was such a downer, because I don't have any of that content anywhere else. There's footage and videos that I cannot recreate because I just can't remember all the thousands of videos. If I can go back in time, I can remember having 200 to 300 videos minimum on the last 2 or 3 accounts. Plus, I'm approaching 800 on this. That's 1,200 to 1,500 videos None were the same. Not one was the same. All original content. No one today that's number one has that many videos of original content. It's repetitive gibberish and fancy lights and soundtracks, overlays, filters, apps, this, blah, blah, that. And I respect that because it makes them famous. But I'm famous on my own with nothing. No makeup, no lighting. I mean, you can tell the surroundings look like shit. I live like I'm poor because I am poor. I don't have to impress you people. No one's probably going to watch this, you know, except for me. I, of course, have to watch it so I don't have a booger or something hanging out of my nose or a hair. Or, you know, wear a hat I made and raggedy old t-shirt. I don't care. I'm just a normal YouTuber. Pure as the day I started, 2008. It's 2018, people. I ain't changing for you. I'm staying myself. Just a little rant there, but 2012. Let's go to 2013 when I you know, it sucks. March. They did it in March. That's when 2012, my birthday, they killed my account the day after my birthday, the 28th of March. And I made a new one right after that, and I was like, let's do it. Johnny Fizz. And to this day, I'm still up and running. Not a single copyright strike has ever been awarded to me. And I'm proud of that. I've stuck true to my roots. I've never changed for anyone. I've never done trends or this and that, this and that. You know, I know my most popular video now is something that was old. But it was the Wizard of Oz hanging midget thing. Check that out, I guess. But, that was only 2 years ago. And, boy, if I could come up with a video like that every day, I'd be happy. But, that's the only trendy thing I think I ever did. Memes, I've always done. I discovered those like 3 or 4 years ago, but Meme Monday isn't something that people actually do. I think I actually created Meme Mondays. And I like that. I used to have a list. I still have it. I used to have a wallet list. Sunday through Monday. Or what was it? Sunday through Saturday. Silent Sundays. Music Mondays. Or Meme Mondays. Time Flies Tuesdays, because time flies. One of the first music people I ever subscribed to. And still to this day I'm subscribed to on YouTube. Wednesdays was Whistle Wednesdays, which I gave up on because I found my whistling was not impressing anyone. Which is funny because it's in every music now. There's always a whistle. Or it was a thing back in the day anyways. Thursday was Thoughts Thursdays, which I can still do. Fear Fridays. Food Fridays. I did a series called The Silent Chef, which people seem to like. And they said, well, he's silent, all right. I think that was the first comment anyone said on my videos. And now Tasty's popular on Facebook. They stole my over the shot. I never liked tripods. And I liked getting my hands dirty, so I'd have to hang my camera right over the cupboard, hanging off the shelf, looking down at my bowl, perfectly centered, and I'd make cookies or cheesecake. They stole that from me. And they have never owned up to it, but let them make $1 billion a year on my ideas. I don't care. Idiots. We all know who the original content producer of those ideas were. Me. And what's funny is I was just telling a friend this morning, I have so much cooking talent. I started in 6th grade, and I aced every goddamn cooking test there was. EBT. EBT, Home Economics, Cooking 1, 2, Food A, Food B, Food 1, Food 2, high school, elementary, you name it, I did it. I have 11 years plus 6 years. Wow. 17 years I've been cooking professionally. Fantastic. Wow. 17 years, man. I was 11 or 12 when I started cooking good. I cooked, my mom used to call me Yan Can Cook. That's a little background story. Yan, he's still alive. Yan Can Cook is still a website. If I had a camera back then, I probably would have filmed myself cooking. First thing I ever cooked, just a little side note, just because, was a baked apple in the microwave. Cored out an apple, left the bottom on because I was a smart kid, put a little dab of butter, some cinnamon and sugar, baked cinnamon sugar apple in the microwave. Was the coolest thing I ever had. And that was my 6-7-year-old brain. I think we lived in Aint, and the microwave was on the south wall. Let's continue, though. Memory lane! It happens, people. Let's get on track here. 2014, I started doing gaming, which, again, I did not have technology like laptop or anything, so I used pure digital. I balanced it on a sheet and a pillow and faced it at my camera to face it at the TV and film gameplay that way. And it was difficult. And then 2000, I got the hiccups now. Let's hold off a sec. Okay, I think that did it. Okay. 2014, 15, I started gaming on Agario, I think. Agar.io, and then Slither.io came by the next year. Boy, can you believe that 26 million views from Agario? And none of them were mine. Boy, one person made an Agario account and they just made a killing. I'm gonna have to make some more Agario videos though, because it was fun. But my computer was dreadfully slow for it. I still have my account. I can play it anytime I want. So I might do that in the future. If you guys would like that. I know I would. 2016 was a very good year. Outlast. I just found all those on a data stick back in the day when it was free for PC. Now you have to pay for it. And that sucks because I have it on my hard drive, but I think it'd cost money if I download it out. And then I played Whistleblower right after that. And boy, that game was fantastic. I was right in the middle of a playthrough again before my computer got a virus. And I had to wait until January last year to restart it. And it's been clean ever since. I want to talk about what I used to create videos professionally. As in, I spent 16 hours a day to edit videos when I had it. Camtasia. It was free 30 days, and I spent 16 hours minimum working on my videos, making them as best as I could, and I just realized that it wasn't worth it. If people wanted to look at my content, had I had Camtasia when I started in 2008, maybe I would have been different and had a more appreciation for it, but I just hated editing that long to not get anything in return, view-wise, or subscriber-wise, or appreciation or acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is the most important thing in the world to me, and I wasn't getting it, so I gave that up real quick and discovered shock moment, stop moment, shock cam something, and then Bandicam came along, and I deleted everything else because that's what I'm recording with now. Right here is the best technology I've ever came across for simple filming with on-screen camera, internet, in-game filming, audio, visual. I can set it to whatever I want, change whatever shape I want, but it's in 10-minute intervals, so I'm on video 5 now. This is the 5th video I've had to start recording. But I will use this fantastic software, Shotcut. Brilliant for simply editing stuff together and trimming. And you can change the frames per second to be HD, which is a blessing. And you know, in the last year or two, I sort of gave up on YouTube and started doing photography because I had finally had a good camera again. And since then, I've taken 3,200 pictures that I've kept. And I joined Guru Shots, and then I was like, let's do YouTube again. And I started Guru Shots photography challenges, vlogging, and I'm on part 20. Proud of it. It's my most popular series yet. I'm very happy that Guru Shots is taking off because I've won 800 as of last week or something. 806 photography awards. Needless to say, I was born for photography. I started on disposable cameras too. Kodak, generic. But that got too expensive. Almost as expensive as FlipShare, by the way. Thousands of dollars of batteries. 2016, 2017. I think you're all pretty much caught up. Let's do the videos that I did. I did some I Love Lucy's that got tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of views. Resident Evil fan-made videos. I did video game videos of maps. I did original content like Silent Hill, which I still have the original sealed letter that I wrote to James, the character, and I have only 1 or 2 seconds of footage of me in fog. It was a foggy morning in Mapleton, where I currently live, and I went to the track at the football field, and there was this crazy illusion of like those creepy creatures on Silent Hill game that made those weird sounds, and it was a person walking the track, and I got far enough away that it distorted it to the fact that it looks brilliant. And my acting was fantastic, by the way, if I do say so myself. That was 2008, 2009 or something. I was really into filming horror, and I would do stuff in dark basements with flashlights. I really went the whole 9 yards with scripting and planning, and I don't do that anymore. But I have done Silent Hill recently. No, Slenderman. Slenderman notes. Boy, I have all my original notes. And I would actually go in the woods. During storms, I'd go in the woods and have some fun. But it just never took off. I was the only one, I think, that ever did Slenderman real life. Day and night version. And just another original content that you don't see getting the appreciation it deserved. So I quit it. And last year was the first time, or earlier this year, I think. I'm thinking about doing a follow-up because I got a brilliant idea to make myself a twin and go back to the woods. Because at the end of the video that I started this year was or something, and it was like, what happened? And then I'll be like, find the video footage or something. Anyways, let's not spoil that, because I haven't really thought of the idea too far in advance. But it's another part to Slender. It's actually a movie now after the murder that took place years ago. Of not a murder, attempted murder, stabbing from the video game. So this is totally different. This is just the games. This is purely fun. I'm getting a little strep throat here, talking too much. Anyways, I think I'm gonna plug it in because my battery on the laptop's dying out, which means I've been doing this for almost an hour now. And I've filmed every minute of it. Flawlessly, mind you. I've shared how I started. I've shared what started it all. I've shared my thoughts and opinions and feelings and first subscribers, music and gaming. My opinions on the top YouTubers. You know, I started before them and they grew somehow better than me somehow because of their technology and the niche. The niche. It's important. But they also had it before Google took over, and that's a big key. If you were before Google took over, you had it made in the shade for the rest of your life. And I had that, and it didn't carry over. And I regret that, not one damn bit. Because if I couldn't transfer that because of copyrights or Google taking over and destroying my life, I've spent every day since 2008, October 2008, till now, filming or photographing, just working on YouTube, and writing my books. Which, by the way, I think I'm going to have to start reading despite my hideous voice that took years to get used to. And just start doing series of my books, because they ain't ever going to be movies if I don't do that. Anyways, so the next will be my 5th or 6th video part of this that I'm going to start recording. Is going to be the last video to wrap this up. It's going to be like an hour-long video. It's going to take forever to edit, but that's okay. Alright, let's do this. Second take. This is 6 videos in one. Second take because my face was in the middle and you couldn't see nothing. And I stopped recording after a minute and a half. So I only made it to 4. So let's open Google again. Good thing I saved them all. And let's start it. No apparent order. Just original YouTube video I ever did was for Halloween. Top 10 killers. Let's do the ones I remember and then add new ones. Child's Play's Chucky. Fantastic. He deserves to be in the top 10 because he was fantastic. Whatever. He was fantastic. Next would probably have to be one of the most famous in the world. Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees or Voorhees. I still don't remember what it is. But interesting fact. My uncle Sean Cunningham did these movies. Actually, Sean Cunningham did it. But that's also my uncle's name. So we share that in common thing. And it's fun that he had something to do with it. So the next one. That's 2. 3. Nightmare on Elm Street. Everybody knows it. The remakes suck, but the originals last and rock. And I own them. First Johnny Depp video I think he ever did. Broke out acting in that movie. Little trivia. Never gave me nightmares, actually. It was a fantastic movie. Hellraiser. Pinhead. Y'all remember that. It was brilliant. I don't know the person's name. I think his name was Pinhead, actually, now that I think of it. But, yeah, it was brilliant. Never had nightmares. Never gave me anything but entertainment. It was fun. I liked it. So we got Chucky, Jason, Freddy, and Pinhead. Right? And then we're all caught up. Now this is new. So 10, 9, 8, 7, and number 6 would have to be, I think I said zombies in general. Zombies from the now deceased, such a sad thing, George A. Romero. His original zombies of not Nightmare on Elm Street, Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, you see 2 there because I have that as a hockey for pause. Shut up. His zombies were caused by a comet with radioactivity that crashed on Earth and turned the living from the dead to living again and eating the living and attacking them. Brilliant. Brilliant. I watched it on Comet TV last night. It's brilliant. I own it. It's brilliant. Zombies in general. They deserve to be the number 1 spot of killers because it can be anything or anyone. Okay, that's 5. Now, 5 is probably one of the most original killing things in a movies of all time. What's his name? Yeah. We'll just call him the Creature from Jeepers Creepers. Phenomenal. Fantastic. The second one sucked. The third one was equally shit. But the original is by far the best. Rocked. There will never be a movie like it, ever. I don't know what happened from 1 to 2 to 3. But it was just never as good as the first. Yep. It was fantastic. And I own it. Filmed in where I was born, Florida, where it's illegal to film crows, by the way, for some reason. I think they're a protected species. Anyway, another one, just purely based on Eliza Dushku, fantastic actress. Wrong Turn. I remember filming, I remember VHS tapes while they were still being rentable. 2002, 2003, I think. And was like, I love this actress. She's fantastic. And I remembered because she was in Buffy or something. Yeah, it was just fantastic. These hillbilly creatures. Because You know they exist somewhere. Dun dun dun. Re, or whatever. But, yeah, fantastic movie. And therefore, The Killers. Again, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can just delete those from your history because they were shit. And they know it. But 1 and 2 were, okay. I like it. But the rest were just drug, sex, violence, gore, shit. Just franchising it. They killed it to death. But Eliza Dushku, fantastic. And the leading guy, they were a perfect duo in that movie. Brilliant. Brilliant movie. I wish I owned it. I do not. I will someday. But yeah, the creatures in it, fantastic. So that is 4. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 3. Whoop, I'm typing all kinds of crap now. 3 more. I am so thankful that I own a copy of this original Nosferatu. It is brilliant. If you don't know, vampires started this way. Brilliant. Fantastic, phenomenal, revolutionary, fantastic. It's literally, I think, the first horror movie that when I watched it from start to finish for the first time in the dark, when he disappeared at the end, I think I actually, if I didn't, I wanted to cry. It was that good. And I felt something I had never felt before for a killer in a movie, like a creature, essentially, that killed. But he wasn't portrayed as a bad person in that movie, I don't think. At least I don't think he was. And I felt so sad for him because he died. He moved his whole world for this woman and died for her in the end. And it was sad. It was fantastic. Call me stupid, but it was fantastic. I love Nosferatu. So he deserves to be in the top 3 for sure. He's right up there with my love for zombies. It's just up there. He's unmatchable. To this day, no one has done a vampire like this guy. Fantastic. It was 1919. Almost 100 years, and he's still my favorite. Fantastic. Brilliant. Brilliant. If you don't know Nosferatu, you look it up and you watch it and start living your life. Because it's better than the vampire crap they have now. Who doesn't know Frankenstein? I mean, come on. Again, the originals were the best. You know, it's funny, even back in the day, they knew how to do remakes, because the comedy one with the guy that played Willy Wonka, Van Wilder, I think is his name. Gene Wilder. Van Wilder. I'm thinking some other thing. Gene Wilder, I think was his name. Fantastic actor. Hilarious in it. It's Frankenstein. Anyways, that was hilarious. That was a comical version. And it was still equally brilliant. I think I have it. And I think I have an original Frankenstein, too, on DVD. But, yeah, just brilliant. Who doesn't know Frankenstein? He deserves to be in the top 3. And therefore he is. So, we've covered zombies, vampires, Frankenstein, Chucky, the Killer, Hellraiser, Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, the Hillbillies from Wrong Turn, Creatures from Jeepers Creeper, and now I think the number 1 is difficult to decide, but I don't know. I could just say something that I developed, which is virus. Virus is the number 1 killer on the earth. It kills anything and everything. It is not biased, racist, bigotry does not exist to a virus. It kills everything. So, a virus is the number 1 killer, scariest thing of all time. Kills diseases. It's all from one virus. So, Virus wins. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of all the creatures, virus is the scariest because nobody is immune to everything. And that is why it deserves to be the number one. So that's it. I've redone my original YouTube video from 2008, October. Thank you for sharing this hour with me. If you've made it to the end, click the like, because clearly you don't care how hideous my voice is and you like my content. Or you're just bored, you know? If you got a 50-50 chance of hitting the dislike button or like button, why not hit the like one, right? Whoever invented that should be shot. Like buttons, God. What has this world come to? This has been my 10-year anniversary video. I would like to thank everybody who watched it. I know I'm gonna have to watch it and edit it. It's gonna be a long one, and I apologize for that, but I think I fit everything in there that I wanted to. Again, I'd like to thank Flipshare for starting me off with a free camera all those years ago. And all the ideas I came up with, and all the subscribers, all the views, all the people in China, India, Japan, Germany, Russia, Brazil, Africa, anywhere else that's ever subscribed to me, thank you. Anyone else that has clicked like, or left a comment, or started an argument, or said my video was shit, or called me some weird name, thank you. You have made me very happy over the years. And I don't think I'll do this in over 10 years, but not on YouTube anyways. Hopefully I'll have made it somewhere in 10 years with my content. But time to edit this, so until next time, bye-bye. This is the voice of God. No, it's not. It's actually the voice of Johnny Fizz, who is currently editing this very video. And I realized, like an idiot, as I was listening to like the second video or third video when I was talking about the ending that I'm editing right now, I forgot Michael Myers. And I was literally racking my brain, how did the hell did that happen? Because I absolutely love Michael Myers in Halloween because it's got the coolest soundtrack ever. Wee! It's hilarious. It's fantastic. I love it. I mean, who doesn't remember Halloween? So I think I replaced it with zombies, which, to be fair, I love zombie movies more than anything, really. And, you know, the ones I mentioned are pretty cool, but the bonus, top 10, Michael Myers is definitely in there somewhere. So take out virus that I put in the end.